Prior to my surgery, I had back pain probably 10, 15 years. I've tried chiropractors. My regular doctor had me go to physical therapy. I got another appointment with Dr. Cluck, and this is probably for January now, maybe even February, and put up the MRIs, and it was like, well, Bill, here, see this? Yeah. He says, I can fix that, but he says, it's not going to be shots. We're going to have to do some surgery. And of course, my question, but the biggest thing was, how long is the recovery time? I had the surgery on the 16th of April, this a little over 3 weeks ago now. Honest to God, I should have done it 20 years ago. The physical therapist at the hospital helped me get out of bed the next day, probably 8:30 in the morning, something like that. Walk down the hall, walk back, and it was, you're in your mind, you're trying to say, now do I feel that pain, or is it, did they give me something that and I'm fairly lucid, I'm not, nothing's fuzzy in the room. I had none, absolutely none of the previous pain, none whatsoever. Prior to surgery, I think the driving thing was my inability to walk any distance. And any distance, I mean, it was down to maybe 50 yards or less. Since the surgery, I had a physical therapist at home, and my goal when I first met with her, so I had surgery on Wednesday, I was home on Friday. Physical therapist came on Tuesday. On Saturday or Sunday, I told the wife, I said, I'm gonna go out and see how far I can walk. And she says, I don't know if you should do that. And I said, oh, come on, just walk with me so you could call a tow truck if I fall down or something. But anyway, I ended up walking halfway around the block and then back. And I stopped, of course, when I got halfway, I said, I shouldn't go all the way. Let's just walk back. I got home and I felt, well, that was fine, that's not bad. Now I have gone around the block a number of times. The wife and I, the last 2 weeks, are back on our schedule of walking to dinner. Tuesday nights I can walk to dinner. Saturday, went to the local farmer's market. Not a long walk, but across the street, down the block, wandered all around that, and back home. Didn't stop except to buy some heirloom carrots and stuff. If anybody has back problems, I would certainly recommend Dr. Cluck and Bay Area Spine Care to talk to. They did a fine job with me. I am a happy camper, and so I'd recommend Dr. Cluck and anyone in the practice at Bay Area Spine Care.